Okay.
So you
Okay.
know how I sent that thing about the funny about the quarterbacks? You know how they all have they look like girls, or
Yeah.
whatever? Oh my God. We need to have an app that we can change our faces to see who's the prettiest girl in our league.
Dude, I think if we did that, I would look exactly like my sister, and it would probably be pretty freaky.
I think maybe you and Joey might be kind of cute.
Oh
Oh
my
my God, dude.
God. All
I
right.
hope this is
Okay.
being recorded.
Oh no, we've already hit the record button, and I just feel like I don't know where we've
Jesus.
gone.
Oh God.
No homo, no homo.
Okay, I guess thank you. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. That's
Yeah, I
one I
was
might.
thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be. I'm gonna be thinking about that.
I'm
I
not going to
think
be thinking about
I
that,
would be like the ugliest bitch. Like my chin would be so giant. I'd be like Buzz Lightyear with a wig.
dude. I am pretty positive that if any one of us dressed up like a girl and walked into like some sort of a fucking beauty contest and all of the league were the judges, I'm sorry guys. Every single one of us is getting flaming fucking zeros and ones. Like if they don't have zeros, then we're getting ones. Like all across the board. I, I'm like no, 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 no,
There
no.
was there was there was one year, this is like 5 years ago for Halloween. I was still obviously with Siobhan at this point, and I really wanted to like be her for Halloween. I just thought it was like the weirdest, like stupidest costume, but to just like, I'm gonna be you for Halloween. But she was fucking hard no, was like, do not do that. I do not want you doing that. But I don't know. There's something about Halloween where I feel like that's the one day where like you are allowed, no questions asked, to like cross dress if you want to.
I, I, I,
Oh shit.
I would not disagree with that statement. Um,
There's no better time than now.
then
What do you mean?
just
When
yeah.
you're like, as you're approaching 40, like this is the time to do it.
Hey, dude, I would
Eh,
say it's
it's
it's always the
accepted.
time. Yeah, it's acceptable. It's
That
acceptable.
is true. Oh
Um,
yeah, in
Yeah.
this day and age,
oh
for
my
sure,
God,
Yeah.
that's
this day
right.
and age, anything is acceptable. If every single one of us want to start identifying as a football, who's gonna fucking question us? No,
I don't
nobody.
know.
Hey,
No, nobody. No, you are not going to impede on my rights. I see myself as a football, and I want to be thrown through the air, flying like Superman. I don't know, and then
You want to be
toss me
tossed?
like a pigskin. Yeah.
tossed. Yeah, tossed like a pigskin. Yep. No matter what, we're always gonna to make this
We can
conversation somehow.
spike and kick you,
Yeah.
I like
kick you right in the footballs.
yeah, in the football. Uh God. Well, here we go. Hey everybody. Welcome to
Oh,
the
hey, good to see you
welcome to
there.
the week 2 podcast. Um, this is obviously not Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. We would have gotten chased out of that place a long time ago.
But if the
Um,
podcast wanted to identify as Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, it could.
so
It
is
could.
that what we are? We are now Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
For this week, we
Okay.
are.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood's torn Achilles.
Oh God,
Oh.
yeah. Ooh, so timely.
What would the intro song be for our Mr. Rogers? Uh, it's a horrible day to be a Jets fan. You put all
If
your
you're at
hope on
a
Aaron Rodgers, and
Yeah, if you're at a New York ICU,
hey, you're not allowed. You're not
won't
allowed
you be
to.
my neighbor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're only allowed to speak if you're singing or in rhyme.
Oh my God, dude. Well,
Uh,
I mean, it's already been talked about ad nauseum, but that's so fucking crazy, dude. Four plays and he's gone.
I don't know.
I
I
can't
mean,
believe it. I
that's.
cannot believe that.
I
He's
feel
only got 1 year left on his contract
no, dude.
after
He's
this year.
he's gone. He's done. We'll never
You
see
think he's
Aaron Rodgers.
No,
done from the NFL?
No, he's done.
Robert
So
Saleh said he would be amazed if he was done. He'd be shocked.
okay. So from everything that I hear, and the doctor, I think we have one in the league, or at least married to one, could tell me.
That counts. That counts.
It
No, we
counts.
do
Okay,
have
that
one.
counts.
He's got the name.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
the title.
He's
That's
got the
true. That's
title.
true.
He's got the title. Okay, so
Yeah.
the one doctor could possibly ask his wife to confirm. Uh, I've heard that this injury is supposed to be like minimum 16 to 18 months rehab.
Oh, it's nasty just thinking about it.
Like 16 to 18 months rehab, like we're talking about a year and a half or more.
And he's
Good
old.
thing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's an
exactly.
old
He's
man.
old. He's not like some fucking 21-year-old that, this happened to, that's got obviously like the rest of his NFL career to put it together and get a big fat contract. Dude's made his money. He always said he wanted to play for the same team like his entire career, and four plays into the first other team that he plays for, this shit happens. Like,
Some kind of
does he have the
twist of fate.
drive? I mean, this is the only thing that makes me think he wouldn't be done, is just Aaron Rodgers does seem to be like the type that is a little bit ego heavy, like a
Yeah.
little bit egocentric. I don't think this would be how he wants to go out.
Yeah, I
It
don't
would
think so.
suck.
Yeah, that would
He
Yeah.
did
really
win.
suck.
Packers, did they win one Super Bowl with him?
Yeah, one.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So he's got the ring already. So it's not
he
like
does.
that
He
would be the
he's got the
motivator.
ring,
they
and
would.
he. Oh,
Yeah,
go for it, Nick.
the Jets looked so good too. Like they looked like if they had Aaron Rodgers, they would just be like a Super Bowl contender.
I
They're
agree
so,
with that
I hate
100%.
I hate I watching them play offense was just pathetic. Like that
Yeah.
guy, what's that quarterback's
Zach
name?
Wilson,
Zach
He,
Wilson.
awful.
God, he looks so bad. He just like nuked the offense.
But
Like
dude,
the
this is
running
this
backs
is
are
the
good.
Jets.
Everybody's good. Like
This is
it's the wide
I
receivers are good.
Yeah,
Like
the
oh man,
team is good. Like, but I feel like this is something I think that I even heard them say on TV. They've had like four different top five quarterbacks, like drafted quarterbacks in the last like 7 to 8 years or something like that. Like four of the like four quarterbacks that were drafted in the top five, all misses.
Yeah, that's harsh.
That's really harsh. Come on, I feel like one of them has to be at least a decent starter. Like like what's his name? Sam Darnold is on his what, second or third team?
Yep. Wasn't Geno
Sam's
Smith? I don't know if they drafted him, but
I don't
wasn't
think
he on the
no, he
Jets
wasn't
for
a
a
he
while?
wasn't he wasn't a he was, but he wasn't a high pick.
that's when he got in a
I
fight
feel.
in the locker room and he punched somebody or some
Mm.
shit and then he left.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah, he
even
had some
think
beef.
of who the other picks are. Like it's like three or
I don't
four.
know.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't
Um,
follow
uh,
the Jets
I
that
don't follow
close
the
because
Jets
they're
either,
such a
but
fucking weird team.
it is a weird team. But oh my God! So getting into that game though, I will say, talk about heartbreakers. So I'm watching it, and that last minute TD catch from Garrett Wilson to seal the fate for Chris. Ooh, that was there was drama. I mean, not just like with the whole Aaron Rodgers things, but there was drama in our league for that game. I would actually say
Yeah, there
oh yeah.
was drama. And Nick, for your matchup too, right?
Oh
was
yeah,
your
Didn't
dude.
you have
was yours
it was
over?
Reese
Brees
ripped it off.
Hall?
Oh,
Reese
you
ripped
had
it
Brees
off
Hall.
pretty
Okay.
early though. Yeah, he saved me early. Like so it was like
Yeah,
I didn't have to wait long. He just broke two
yeah.
runs and on two carries he got it for me. So I was really happy with that.
What?
But
Wait, was
but I
was
feel like pre Brees Hall, no ACL, he would have not got hawked like that. He would have ran the whole thing in for a touchdown, but he had to like he got tired or some shit and got caught. So I was kind of bummed about that, um but yeah, he ripped off that like 70-yard run for the second carry.
that really fucking helps?
Yeah. Oh, and can I say my little blip about my team name now that I'm super proud
Oh
of?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, okay. So before the season started, I didn't want to be Let's Get Sushi because that's kind of lame. I mean, my Wi-Fi is pretty good, but that name's lame. So I was looking through all the players and I found like that guy named Puka no Cuckoo or whatever that fucker's name is. And I was just stoned in bed looking at fantasy like I always do, just so happy stoned. And I was just cracking up. And I had to change my name to Puka Nuka. And oh my god, I'm so happy that he's the top waiver wire pick this week. That just makes me feel so good. I knew I wasn't going to get him, but
Okay,
I'm
actually,
glad
that
that's me.
I'm glad you brought that up, Nick, because I actually wanted to talk. I had something that I wanted to talk about, Sean. I know you said that you might have a few of a few notes of things, but I wanted to actually get everybody's opinion on the first waiver wire round.
Dude,
So
this was a pretty heavy waiver wire round. There was a lot of action going on.
there was a lot of action. So let me see. Okay,
I'm sparking my blunt now, Brian. Did you
yeah,
already
yeah,
hit yours?
go for it,
I
go
didn't hear
for it.
any coffee from you. Okay.
Well, my cough started early, but I'm gonna get to it again. But right now I just wanted to look this up while I had it in my head. Okay, so there were a couple transactions that I saw of people who overbid the person that won, but it was like there was some sort of like a warning or something like that on
Yes,
the
yes,
transaction.
I saw that. I
Okay,
Oh,
because
what the fuck?
I was the beneficiary of one of those.
Oh,
there were
you
two of them.
fucker.
There was one other one that happened, and I can't
I'd
remember
be
Yeah,
mad
there
which
about
was
trade
that.
it
two.
was.
No, it makes sense. Did you guys know why? I think I know why.
No.
Not that I like
Tell me,
confirmed it,
tell
but
us why.
I'm guessing it's because another one of your transactions went through first.
because you can set it up like as you guys probably know, where you put in like three different waiver claims for three
Right.
different players,
Hmm.
but you're going to drop the same person for every
Yeah,
claim.
yeah. So
And
you have
so
to
if your
do.
first one got taken, you can't have the second one because yeah, you
That
can't.
makes
There's
sense.
nobody.
So,
Yeah,
You
there's
can't drop
nobody
the
else to
same
drop.
yeah,
player.
yeah. The only way that you're going to be able to claim multiple players in on the same, on the same go is you have to, swap them for different players. Like
Right.
I totally
Yeah.
get the idea of like, and they do allow you to set like a priority list, right? Like I would
Yeah,
rather,
you can set your priority
so
list.
if
So if
I'm,
you don't get the first one,
yeah.
you're bidding again for the second one, and you still have that same whatever player that you want to drop is still
Okay.
droppable.
Yeah. And I would say if you're more or less kind of going like that, like you've got one player you want to get rid of, like one spot to fill, and there are three different possibilities that you'd like to fill it with, totally, totally understand that, and I'm totally cool with it. And something like what happened happening, I think that's, not a big deal. Um, and actually I would also
Oh, wait,
say,
wait a second. Wait a second. Wait
hold
a
on a
second.
second.
So how does it decide on which one it's going to choose?
Which will you set your priority order? So it's going to go in order.
Oh,
So if you win your bid on the
for the
first
top
one,
order?
then
Got
you're
it.
automatically wiped out of the next two because you already dropped that one player, and so
Okay,
you can't win the other ones because you don't have that player to drop anymore.
got it. I mean,
But I
that's
think it's a little spicy that Sleeper still tells everybody that you tried to bid on that
Yeah,
person
and they show
too,
you what you tried as well.
and
Like,
what you tried. Where the
yeah.
one I won, it was for I think it was Jacoby Myers,
Yeah.
and
Oh, no,
I
that
just
was the
threw in a
other one.
little.
That was the other one that was beat out. So I think you beat out somebody
Yeah,
for Jacoby
I beat
Myers, and
out
you got him.
Will. I beat
Wait,
out Will. I got him for five, and Will put it in
exactly
for 20, like
20
25.
23. Yeah,
I was like,
exactly. So,
oh, geez.
and
I
then
feel
the
like I got a
same.
discount.
Right, you got a huge discount, but then the same thing happened for who was the what was the other player that the what was the other one that you were going for? Was it
Was
Josh
it?
Kelly? Joshua Kelly?
Yeah, yeah, it was Josh Kelly.
Okay,
Yep, yep.
because
Where
Nate got him
I
for
would have,
three fucking
yeah,
dollars.
I put 15 in there, but I had nobody else to drop, so
Yeah.
I couldn't take that one.
Yeah, so this is really interesting actually. So I would say that there are possibilities where people could get really fucking big steals on big waiver claims, um, just because of something like that. So, maybe we shouldn't have said anything, but I guess it's something that, for those who, those savvy listeners out there that do pay attention to the
I mean,
podcast,
it's a
it
strategy. It's
is
that
a strategy
it
it
because
kind of, yeah,
doesn't.
you're trying to get the budget, like the best discount dollar
You're
price
just
or
trying
whatever
to
they
like
say.
you're trying to spread out your options, so you know you're not
Yeah.
going to get all of them, but you want maybe want to see if you could at least get one of them,
well, I would
even
say
which is still
Right.
not a guarantee.
well, so then I
Right.
would say it this way. I would say then it should always be worth it. And I totally fucking flaked out and forgot to put in any bids. Um, so that was my bad. But I think with what we're seeing, I think it's always worth it to put a small, tiny little bid out there on any big name player on the off chance that maybe people aren't paying attention. And
Yeah, that's a good. I think
they
that's a good point.
they ended up adding, trying to add too many or waiver wire agents, dropping the same player. They got one of them, and the other big player they were trying to go for that they bid big money on. Well, they got too many spots, and all of a sudden, hey,
Yeah,
you got this big giant waiver claim for almost nothing.
true. I mean, I don't know how many weeks there are going to be like a lot of. I don't know. I felt like this week in
Well,
particular, one, there was so many injuries in week
Yeah.
one, and then there was
that's
also like some big like disappointment type guys where it was like, or just like a Puka Nakua who like
yeah,
just
it comes out of
skyrocketed
nowhere.
out of
But
nowhere. Where, but that doesn't. I don't
yeah,
feel like waivers are always that active.
I will say this. I think one of the biggest mistakes with waiver wires, and this is why I love fantasy, and why I love going after waiver, like the waiver, like just the waiver wire, and when players become free agents. I feel that so many of us, and me, like I definitely fall in this category. I think we all do. Um, we go for those trendy picks, right? That might be like a Puka Nuka, where fucking dude comes out of nowhere and puts up. What did he do? Like what was it? Like 15 catches or something? Like it,
Like
He
or
got like
15
26,
targets and 11 catches or
okay, 11
something. Yeah.
like
catches.
26 points.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Um,
That's insane. That's ridiculous. He does that on a weekly basis. Holy shit, that guy's going to be one of the top wideouts. That's a
We'll
top spot,
see because
top
it's
10.
because Cooper Cup's not there right now.
That's
yeah,
the
he's
whole.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he's
that's
baby
that's the
cup.
whole point. Is that,
Yeah.
let's say, so
Yeah,
here's your big flashy waiver wire trend. And you just waste a whole ton of waiver juice, spend a big
Yeah.
chunk of your change on them, and it's just like a flash in the pan. Like I and I don't know. I'll see. I don't want to be one of those players that has like all their money left on over, and a piece of
Well, it's
shit
kind of
team
like
because we didn't
there's
do
so many
anything.
different there's different elements to it. I think one is like waivers are totally dealer's choice. Like if you
Hmm.
get a guy that is a flash in the pan, but he does actually help you maybe win 1 or 2 weeks. I mean, that could be the
Maybe that's
difference
all.
between
Yeah,
making playoffs and not.
I
But
would
yeah.
agree with
also,
that.
I
I'd agree with
also
that.
look at like the way that my draft went personally. Like you guys know, I had to just slap together this really weird like my entire bench was just like who could I get for $1. So I kind of started
Yeah,
thinking about
I
my
feel
my
that.
fab waiver money as like kind of a way to rebuild a little bit of like how shitty the end of my draft was.
I can understand that.
I agree. I agree. And on the same token as that, that's why I wait until I don't know whatever time it is. I wake up. I specifically go to sleep at 8 o'clock so that I can wake up at 1:15. I'm
I've
not even
seen you
kidding.
on there, dude.
One,
I see you. It's like
one at
3 or 4
15.
and they're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
so the
2 in the
moment the
morning.
moment the fucking free
Yeah,
the moment the waiver
You
period
get the
just
ends,
freebie
double
free
check.
yeah, you
agents.
get all those
Yeah.
Yeah.
free, yeah, exactly. And not to
Oh,
say
dude, I
that
just run through the store, dude. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Who can I get for $1? Oh,
You're just like
wait, what do you mean
blindly
like a
just grabbing
dollar?
shit off the
So
shelves.
so do we still
oh yeah,
wait, what do you mean a
no
They're
dollar?
free.
dollars.
Oh, yeah,
They're
exactly.
Free.
I
free.
was
Yeah,
gonna
free
say
for
free
free. Yeah.
agents, yeah, are free.
I yeah, so I mean I came in with one less dollar than everybody else, but I still got my $97 because I just went crazy on the shelves, just pushing stuff into my cart, like redoing my whole fucking bench.
Yeah, you went on
Basically.
Personal
like supermarket sweep. You're like, I don't know what this is, but I'm
Yeah,
taking it. It's like a pregnancy test.
Hey,
pretty much,
sometimes, yeah.
dude.
If it looks like it's working for you, if that sale is going fine and you're feeling like you're on a shopping spree, then go for it. And Nick, yeah, I've seen you do that one too many times.
I
But
fucking love
dude,
that
I have
shit.
to say, because Nick, I'm feeling that. I don't know if it's because I'm only in one league this year. Like I'm really hyped on fantasy this year. I don't know why, I just feeling a little extra about
I
it.
am
But like
too.
I did wake up like naturally at like 3:30 in the morning last night. I had to go pee or something, but then I was like, should I look and see what waivers went? Should I open my phone at 3 in the morning or just go back to sleep? And I tried to go back to sleep and I was like, nope, I need to go open my phone right now and start looking at football stuff at 3:30 in the morning.
Feels great. It feels like Christmas, kind of like you're opening the presents and it's not even sunlight yet. You're like, ooh, what did I fucking get?
Well, you're not opening the presents. You're getting a peek at what the presents are, and then when the Sunday comes, you actually get to like unwrap them.
Right. Did Santa
True, but
come?
yeah, but those are just, I like to stash like my bench. Those are all the guys like ready to come in, when someone goes
Dude,
down.
Nick, I will say this: you do have a habit of stashing bench, that you don't ever use.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just keep shit in the garage,
Yeah,
like
you
my
do. You
RX-7.
are a garage hoarder.
Yeah. Oh,
Smoking
yeah. I
joints and
got
stashing bench.
You can blame my parents for this, my fantasy football tactic.
It
It runs in the family.
runs in the family. God, you should have seen my dad's fantasy team. Oh man, his bench. Whew. All right, all right.
I,
uh,
Nick, I did get another one. Another one. Sean, what do we end up calling these crocodiles? These little crocodiles.
oh, right. Yeah. With the
Got my little
green. Like,
Yeah, I got my little crocodile pack. So go ahead and get
yeah.
bit. Um,
Chop croc.
so
Nick, you got a little something, something too?
yep, I'm feeling green myself, so I got my little backup Coors Light.
Oh, there you go. Just a little something
Yeah,
to sip on.
yeah.
I actually just
I
finished
got a
mine.
little, I got some IPA, three-way IPA.
Hmm.
Some, I don't know,
Oh,
just the label looked cool, so I bought it.
how is it?
Actually, pretty good, pretty good. It's like it's not a hazy. It's an American IPA, so it's not hazy, but it almost has like a slight tinge of that kind of like hazy flavor. So it's not. I don't know. It's like a good little balance.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Digging it. Okay. I guess we've been talking about a lot
Want
of
to talk
things.
about? Want to talk about some of the like quickly review some of the matchups from last week?
Why don't we go
Yeah,
through the
and
picks really quick?
screw you guys. I won, and you guys don't believe in me.
I
So
know
you
we
guys
both
bet.
picked Will on that one, and we were
I
dead
won
wrong.
the toilet bowl.
Dude, how does it feel? How do you feel get like scoring, what was it, 87, 88 points or something like that, but you get that W still? Like, how you feeling overall?
Feels amazing. It feels like I pooped on somebody and I left. Feels great.
That is
I love it.
true. It
Sorry,
does feel
sorry,
like you
Will.
kind of like you escaped
Yeah,
with murder or something, or got off like,
yeah.
yeah, get a jail free card or something.
I mean, I don't
Totally feels
know.
like that.
Looking at this, Will's like T. Higgins had a straight goose.
Yeah,
Christian Kirk 1.9. Oof.
yeah.
Uh, and yeah, Tyler Lockett 3.0.
Yeah,
Oof.
it started off because Will had Patrick Mahomes on Thursday night,
Hmm.
22.5. Like, it's like, you kind of think you get a little more, but not terrible.
Not
And then
terrible.
pretty much
Yeah,
everything else, for the most part, was just not that great.
Not
because I didn't have
stellar at all.
Kelsey either, so that I was kind of like
Yeah.
climbing up
Yeah,
the
no,
hill,
exactly. You were already
basically.
coming down.
Yeah,
And that was, I feel, the big thing. We knew that, didn't we? Making the
yeah.
picks.
That's why you guys said it, and that just
We did say, I remember if like, oh, but if Kelsey was in, that might actually swing it the other way.
Hey, you
yeah.
didn't
I,
need him. Like
I
you
got
well,
you did
Kelsey.
that. Your team did
that's actually a
just
good
enough.
point too. To get a W with no Kelsey
It's
also must feel
huge.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's huge. This. I don't even think you should look at this as like an escaping the, or like a potty bowl or whatever. I would say like this is you know your team did not perform anywhere near where you wanted it to, but even still, you ended up getting the W, and you didn't have like more or less your most important piece. And I would say also your second most important piece had probably one of his, or which will be probably one of his worst performances of the year. I'm going to make a prediction.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be
They
getting
played
under 10.
terrible.
Oh,
The
Dude,
exactly.
Bengals
yeah.
look,
Oof.
yeah, what
Oof.
the hell?
Awful,
What's
awful.
up with
So
the
I'm
Bengals?
not
Yeah.
expecting that the entire year. So you getting a W with no Kelsey, with a shitty game from Jamar Chase, um, you know, basically single digits for what, one, two, three, four different positions, and you get the W. That's huge. I would say that's fucking that's a big win. So I mean,
Hmm.
I'll take it, but I don't get that $10 like you do. You should give me that $10.
no, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Ooh,
But yeah, dude, that was a big one. So we picked against you, did we?
We both
yeah.
did, yep.
So we're
Now you
oh,
guys have to apologize
we're
to
sorry.
my
I'm
to Puka
sorry.
Nuka.
You
Say
know,
it, say it to Puka Nuka.
you know what the truth is though. I still feel like looking at the other side. That was a pretty horrible performance by a lot of his players too.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh. Sorry, Will.
Oh, I
There
mean,
was
yeah,
a couple
a
goose eggs.
0, a 1.9, and a 3. Like, that's harsh. That's a
Yeah.
harsh week one right there. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This
Yeah, no, there.
just feels like something broke, but I don't think it's like broken forever. I bet you can
Yeah.
bounce back for sure.
Okay. I would say let's go to the next
Want
lowest.
to go? Oh, you want to go next lowest? That was, I guess, what Nate and
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Nate
guess,
and
yeah, Nate
John.
and John. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll
So
do
this
this
one
one.
was interesting. So when I was listening back to our picks from last week, a couple of quotes stood out as we were talking about these matchups, and one that really stood out when we were talking about this matchup as we were gushing over the QBs. We specifically said a lot of QB points will be coming from this matchup, and we
Wow.
were
Yeah.
dead wrong about
Boy,
that.
were we dead wrong on that one. Oh my God. Josh Allen, 4 fucking turnovers.
Yeesh.
That was like one of the worst Josh Allen games I've seen.
That might have
Yeah,
been
Yeah.
one
that
of
was
the worst
weird.
Josh Allen games I think I've
Yeah.
watched on TV.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that was a weird one. And Justin Fields just, I don't know, just didn't quite, hasn't really
Well, he had
figured it
he
Yeah.
had a
out
What
cou-
happened
well
with
season yet.
that?
he had a couple turnovers himself. So I mean,
That's true.
uh, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not surprised about this win just for that one performance alone. Like, Ayuk fucking took all of Debo's love and just had a
Oh, on the
fucking
flip side, we did get it right. We also said we were gushing on John having the huge edge in
with
his
the wide
receivers versus
receivers.
Nate,
Yeah,
and that definitely came true because also Nate's receivers, like Deontay Johnson, got injured. Um, I mean, he doesn't even
Dobbins.
have that many receivers, but yeah, he lost Dobbins. That's fucking
Yeah,
brutal.
and Cup's not even playing. His team is
Yeah.
like getting riddled with
Oh man.
injuries.
So yeah. Oh Jesus, that's 3 pretty dang
Yeah.
significant injuries already. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
But
We need
yeah,
to send the team nurse to his team.
I know that's not the kind of week one or even pre-week one that you're looking for to kick off the season.
fuck.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what else. Don't know what else to say, but
No,
yeah,
I don't
Ayuk
think. No,
was huge.
yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this. I mean, I think just like you were mentioning about the wide receivers, like Waddle, yeah, he was almost had 80 yards, four receptions. Could obviously do better. I mean, Tyreek Hill had what, like 200 by himself, so that was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Um, Devontae did really well. Seven catches, didn't really have the yards, but got a touchdown. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, no, I would say it was like more or less solid. Um, I mean, Nate's running backs did do a lot better. Like I think you were saying, right? Like we were gushing about the what, like QBs were even. The running backs we gave to Nate, and the wideouts we gave to John, right?
Well, I think it'll be interesting to look at the week 2 matchups and see what Nate's already doing with his lineup. Like if he's already
Yeah,
got things situated, like 'cause he's obviously going to have to
change it up.
move some things around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
So that I think that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, and we all,
We
and we,
did both. We both picked John, so we
okay.
did get to pick him right.
So right now we're 2-2.
No,
No,
we
one
got.
and
Remember
two.
we picked against Nick.
Well, no, you're
Yeah,
right. Right. No. So we got like 2 for and 2 against.
Yeah,
Right.
I have the tallies
Okay. All right. So
for like
okay, you do the
your picks versus mine. I already got them. I already got
okay.
them.
All right. So yeah, you've already got this all out. So I'm not going to talk. We'll go ahead. We'll move on to.
Why don't you just stop talking?
Yeah. I'm just going to shut up. It's actually better if you don't speak at all, Peregrine. Yes. Okay. Let's go to Chris and Misha.
Yeah, let's check that out. Let's see. We both picked Chris.
Ooh, God.
So we got that wrong. But we both had very personal reasons for picking Chris, and actually more so picking against Misha for like our personal reasons of Misha slighting us, or that was my reason for picking against Misha because he stole one of my draft picks. So I don't know. We kind of went weird with our pick
No,
on
no.
this one.
I don't think we went weird, Sean. I think we it was that was a passion pick, right? That was that was one that came from a place of anger and
It was.
hatred, and the gods, they felt it, they heard it, and we've angered them. We angered them
Yeah.
so, and that is what caused this miraculous, beautiful, fucking acrobatic, goddamn fucking touchdown by Garrett Wilson to
Man,
win it
that
to win it
touchdown
for Misha.
was something sweet. Did you
That
see?
was
yeah,
You saw that touchdown, Nick?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
right.
It was definitely cool to see. Like he like bobbled it a bit and just like and just
Like, yeah, he
had
almost
it in
like
his
pushed
lap.
it out to himself. It was so
Yeah,
crazy.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it was pretty awesome. And the buzzsaw, he came for Chris. He heard that we picked against him. The fantasy gods heard that, didn't like it, and he came, yeah, buzzsaw our picks.
Yeah. And this one kind of similar to the last one. We were both gushing up we were like, this is a good QB matchup. This should be big points from QBs, and another one that did not happen.
No, it didn't.
Oh, I know. The Ravens disappointed me like they always fucking do. So sorry, Chris.
But they still won. But yeah, that was not a good
Yeah,
looking game though.
in Raven fashion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, QBs were pretty shit.
It's kind of
I
like an
mean,
up and down on the entire on like both of their teams. Like they have players like Chubb and Etney, or Edney, however the fuck you say his name.
ETN.
Is that how you say it? ETN?
Yeah,
Like
ETN.
this is where I don't listen to enough like actual like talking like sports stuff. So you're always
Yeah,
just
just for
saying it
the
in your head.
names alone.
Oh, dude, what was that? That was a Key and Peele sketch.
Oh yeah, where they keep coming up with like all the
Different football
ridiculous
names.
like hyphenated football names.
Yeah,
That's a
I,
good sketch.
I totally remember what the San Diego State one was. It was like he pretended to be a dolphin. He was like, "Oh, San Diego State." Um, okay, so
Yeah, Chris had some good. Yeah, like you said, Chubb. Well, and then Metcalf got the touchdown. Pittman had a great game. Brian Robinson, or sorry,
No,
Bijan Robinson
yeah.
had a pretty good game.
It's in the name, Sean. And
It's in
God,
the name.
true, yeah, and his team name. And
yeah,
God,
the Honey
it's
Bajan.
that guy looks so good. I wish I had Bijan Robinson
Are you
or Honey
convinced
Bijan.
now, Brian? Are you convinced yet, or are you need a couple more weeks?
What do I need a couple more weeks on?
When we were talking last week, you were like, I don't really understand why like that. There's so much hype on this guy being like this huge stud, like rookie running back, and it.
I don't
You
know.
started
I'm
talking.
not seeing right now. Honestly, you want honesty? Okay,
No, no,
honestly.
Honestly,
I just want you to make me
honesty,
feel good.
Okay, all right, lie to me. Okay,
honestly, you're nothing. You ain't two folks of some good dang talent.
yeah,
How's it go?
I we'll get there, but I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't watch the game, so I haven't seen. I haven't. He hasn't taken the eye test for me yet. the stats aren't anything like other than the 6 receptions, and the yards aren't there. 27 yards. So you went 6 for 6 and got a TD. So I feel like maybe those might be a bunch of dump offs. 10 for
Yeah,
56. I'm
it's actually like
I'm
on the eye test, he actually did look pretty good, but
He
in
looks
kind of
great. Yeah.
classic Falcons fashion,
dude, you guys
they
don't.
used Tyler Algier. They
Yeah,
used the other guy more
Yeah.
than him.
right. Well, I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. I don't. I think everybody out there in the podcast land should not listen to my opinion on a lot of these things. I I feel like I talk down a lot of players because I don't actually even give them the eye test. There's no point in time where I ever actually watch them. And Nick Chubb is a perfect example of that. Nick Chubb has been kicking fucking ass for what, at least 4 or 5 seasons
Yeah, yeah.
at this point?
Yep, that sounds right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I would say I had him last year and fuck I got to experience that full love and got to watch him the whole time and he absolutely passes the eye test. But I don't know. I always thought it was kind of like, no, it's Cleveland. Flash in the pan. They're running dual backfield or whatever they
That's
were
how it
doing.
is. And plus it's like the team too. Like I feel the same way about Nick Chubb, where like I know I would want to draft him. I want him on my team, but like I don't really know too much about what he looks like as a football player because I'm not watching Cleveland Browns
hmm
games.
I mean, but
Oh,
when you watch him play, like you see him, he's like one of those like, yeah, you guys just probably should give him the ball. Like it's like a
and
Derrick
I
Henry. Like you watch him and you're just like, I don't know why you guys just don't completely design your team around that fucking beast of a man. Like
Oh yeah,
it just it,
well, they
it's
kind of did this year. They got rid of Kareem.
right, but dude, I
that's
don't know.
true.
I haven't watched the Tennessee Titans either in a little while, so I don't
Well,
know.
I don't think it's very fair that you be judging these guys if you haven't even seen them. Like
I'm not. The
you're missing
only
some of
thing
the
the
sauce.
only thing I'm judging are numbers. I'm not judging any guys. I'm not like calling out any people's like fucking personalities or like they fucking suck at coloring, can't stay inside the lines, fucking retards. Oh shit, I shouldn't say that word. Oh god. Um,
Don't say it too loud.
no, I did say it. I said it all over the internet. Um,
To bleep that one out.
no, we don't bleep on this podcast.
We don't
You
do
get to
any.
you get to own
We edit something.
you get to own your shame. Um, but anyway, uh,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, so much of fantasy, honestly, though, is like just looking at box score statistics and being like, hey, that looks good. Like, I should try to get that guy.
I love being able to go to the bars, like going out with you guys when we can watch the games, because everybody's got different players that they're watching. And so when you're at the bar, or not even just at the bar, when you are doing your own fantasy thing and you're watching your teams, like it's awesome because you get to watch your players and you get to see them and they can, pass all your eye tests. But I love going to the bars with a bunch of you guys because you guys are watching games that I wouldn't be watching. And maybe I
That's
might end
true.
up
And you get
tuning
to
on.
hear
You
stuff
get to hear
about
stuff.
other
Yeah, you get
players.
to tune on in. You're paying a little bit more attention. So maybe that's giving you kind of like a little bit of a preview of what that guy could be like on your team next season.
That's
Um,
true.
It's
so I
Yeah, it's
it's
true. I'm biased to players I already know about. So yeah.
I am absolutely biased to players that are like if I've seen them like dude, what's his name? Aaron Jones. If that guy is available
Oh
in the
yeah.
draft, it's just like nope. That's like 100%er. Like no, just you get him. Like you've seen it, you know it. That's a restaurant you've been to a million times. It's the same fucking meal, exactly the same. You know exactly what you're getting. It's pretty decent most of the time you go, and then every once in a while, like actually more than every once in a while, like you end up getting this one order that's just like fucking over the moon spectacular.
That's
Do you
funny
get
though.
dessert when you go
Aaron
there?
Jones, I can't remember if he's ever given me a dessert. I feel like dessert is giving it to you or it's not giving it to you. God damn it, I'm getting a lot of misquotes in this one. Uh, no, I would say dessert is getting it for you, like getting it done for you in the playoffs. and I don't think Aaron Jones has ever done that for me. So that restaurant, the
Oh,
Aaron Jones restaurant, awesome
they
fucking
got
like good
Great
yeah.
appetizers.
entrees.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
some of their entrees are like you won't get any better. But
Ooh,
dude,
okay.
leave, tip and pay the bill. Fucking get the fuck out of there before dessert comes
They're not even
around.
offering you a dessert
They
menu at
might,
that
dude.
restaurant.
They have dessert. It's like a fucking bowl of whipped cream. Like I don't know. I would just say, yeah, no. He is not delivered for me in the playoff. But why are we talking? No, we need to get back to what.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Honey Bijan, zero
Well, I
self
think
doubt. Zero self doubt.
yeah,
What is that? What is that referencing, Misha? I don't get your team name now that I'm.
zero
Some
self
it's
doubt.
in the chat. It was in the chat, I
What's
think.
in the chat?
The team name, Zero Self Doubt.
That's true. I think it is. It's an inside joke to something that was going on in the chat. I forget the exact
Yeah,
context though.
so do I.
All right, Misha, please come on to the podcast and remind us all,
For the
because
first time ever, by the way, please.
we've
Never
still
had Misha on
never
the chat
gotten him
before.
on.
Podcast. Never.
I'm so
It's
mad
kind of
about that. That's
at
just
this point, I kind of just don't want him on the podcast. You know what? I think I don't like Misha. No, I'm just kidding. I fucking love Misha.
dude, I feel like we've all gotten there at some point in time. I think
We've all
our
gotten there. That's when
like
you know you've really made it. When you're just like, you know what? I just don't fucking like Misha. You're
just
like, yeah,
yeah.
welcome to the fold, friend.
I mean, dude, you don't
We
get
need to
the
pop
nickname
his
like a
cherry
buzzsaw for
podcast.
nothing.
He is the buzzsaw, and we just got to pop that podcast cherry. We can do it, guys.
I believe I have
Yeah.
faith that we will get that full on, and we will have.
We might have to just do a podcast at the bar, like really quick. When we meet up, like 30 minutes. Let's talk about football on the podcast.
I don't even
How
know
the
if he would
game's
do.
going.
Do you think he would do that? Do you like Misha?
Yeah,
I'm asking you straight on up.
I don't think
Would you take if we all went out to the bar together and everything like that? Would you actually take like 20 minutes or something like that? Even if it was just like a quick little something. Like, would you take a little bit of time, put some fucking headphones on or something? Like, I don't even know how we would do it. How we would do it at a
I
bar.
don't think I would. I think I would feel a little too self-conscious about being that person at like a loud football sports bar, like trying to be like, hey, sit down in this corner and let's talk about some stuff, like when we're trying to watch the games. But I feel like if we went back to Nick's house or Brian went to your house or something,
It's always a
then
possibility.
maybe it's like, all right, let's just fucking bust out a microphone and just like, let's just shoot the shit about football for a little bit, like, kind of more casual.
or John's house.
Or yeah, I guess if we went up to John's house or something too.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
there'd
fine.
be a
That
way we could figure
sounds
it out.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe somebody just like maybe I would just bring my laptop. Well, God, yeah, I just don't want to bring my laptop to a bar. But
No, you don't want to do that.
mm-mm.
I think our people will just have to get in touch with Misha's people.
All right, fine. People make it happen. You know who you
okay.
are.
But the buzzsaw does
The
get the
win.
W.
Yep, he
Yep.
does. He does. Now speaking of a shark sandwich and pullout game being like ultra weak, where does the shark sandwich one come from? That I'm kind of
Yeah, that's a
missing.
good question. I want to know about that. Phil, if you're
So
listening, you got to let us know what shark sandwich is.
I feel like
It's the
Phil's always been my nemesis because he always comes up with the awesome names. Like they're always better references, like than
Hmm.
I can ever
They're usually
do.
like cool movie references a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
the
well,
time.
his
or like a
picture.
TV
His
show or
picture
something.
his picture is a shark sandwich. Maybe it's just he likes that picture.
Ooh, so there's something there. Like, where does this picture come from?
I think it comes from SpongeBob, to be honest.
I'm gonna Google shark sandwich. I should be just doing this without saying I'm gonna do it, but
No,
I,
we all need
I,
to know what you're doing.
okay, let's see. All right, so Bing.com.
that's not Googling, Sean.
Okay. Spinal Tap shit sandwich. This is Spinal Tap shark sandwich. Is it a Spinal Tap? I think it's a Spinal Tap
Oh
reference.
my God! If it is, that makes me so. It makes me so embarrassed.
I'm pretty damn sure there's a website, spinaltapfan.com, shark sandwich,
Oh, now I'm like ultra embarrassed.
with the
Like,
same picture.
so I feel like what is that one guy's
With
name?
the same picture?
Yeah, with that same exact picture.
Oh, then it has to be.
Yeah.
I can't think of what that guy's name is. The guy who does all of those movies. Like those movies are awesome. They're so funny, but I have not watched them like too many times to
Long
remember
time.
all the
Yeah.
different jokes.
Now, all I remember is just turn it up. Our amps go up to
Yeah, the
11.
amps go up to 11. There are a lot of ones that I remember. I remember like
And
one where
them
he's
getting
like,
lost in the, like, trying to get to the stage from
yeah,
like the green room, and they're just
yeah.
so fucking lost.
There was one I remember. He's like playing the piano. It's like super, super pretty and like beautiful. And Rob Reiner is like, "What do you call that one?" And he's just like some like ultra graphic, like lick my knob or something like that. So, like this pretty sweet piano piece. Um, Fucking hell. All right. I guess getting out to yeah, shark sandwiching being I guess a Spinal Tap
Yeah.
reference, and see, this is why Phil's my nemesis because it always goes deeper
Yep.
than I can ever go. Look at me with my elementary pizza time reference. We're both referencing. Oh my! I just realized that we're both referencing fucking food from some sort of like a movie or something. But mine,
Well, Phil is drinking a nice snifter of brandy with his pinky out, and you're just shoving some fucking ecto cooler down your throat.
oh dude,
Ooh.
don't fucking pull out the old gems, dude. Don't you do that shit. Oh man, there were some good fucking kids drinks back then. I would happily
Seriously.
go on back to some of those.
Oh yeah, dude. Give me a. What was the other one? It was like squeeze it or something like that. You remember
I
that?
think Squeeze It was the one that I remember like having or just being available more often than not. But yeah, that Ecto Cooler one, that was like
Was that like a
Never.
high was that a high C drink? One of those where you like punch the
something.
straw into the little carton?
I don't know. Was it like was it Ghostbusters referenced? Like or
I
was
think
it?
it was.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think it
I
was.
feel like that was something I totally remember and I never got to. Dude, my parents were such fucking sticklers at the goddamn grocery
It's
store.
high C. It is high
It
C.
is high
Yep.
C? Okay.
And it's a Ghostbusters. It's a Ghostbusters thing. Oh man, Google is just like coming through big time.
You're
I thought you
binging?
were binging it,
Yeah,
Sean.
you're binging it.
Oh shit. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm a
What the
Bing boy
hell?
at heart.
Oh
Call me Bing
God,
boy.
dude, go bing somewhere else.
I,
Um,
I will call you that.
Bing yourself.
Well,
well,
Bing Boy, your players did really well. The two ones you paid the most for, they
I
gave you that
know.
W.
yeah, they did.
I know. I'm feeling very good because I would have felt really bad, if I had spent that much money on those two guys and they didn't show up in week one, but thankfully they did.
Now, I
Oh
will
yeah,
And
they
say,
like
did.
everybody pretty much showed up to a certain, like everybody's in double digits. That was the one thing like about my team where I was like, damn, okay, like I'm probably not going to run with this same lineup every single week, but it's always nice
Yeah,
when everybody at least delivers a little something.
oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence gave you like a solid game. Did not hurt you at all. You got a great, a great Christian McCaffrey. You got to be feeling
Oh
good
yeah.
about that. The fact that
That's an eye test. I mean, it's Christian McCaffrey. We all know him, but I mean, certainly watch the 49ers game, and the eye test is like, wow. They were blowing him out, and they were still
yeah.
running with McCaffrey in like the
mhm.
fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, and
Oh
dude, he
really?
he he is solid. He definitely passes that eye test. Um, and James Conner, dude, got you double digits. Like I remember you saying like that was like a big like gamble, right? Like something that you weren't even like too sure about, or what
Yeah,
were we talking about Connor a little bit?
we were like, I was a little nervous because of how bad Arizona is supposed to be this year. And what a weird stat line though. 5 for 5 receptions for
Yeah,
8 yards. Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
What
get
the
those
hell?
little garbage dump offs where he's getting like 1 yard, like a catch, and then he's immediately hit at the line of
dude, who
scrimmage. Like,
cares?
oh,
That
there's one
catch is
point.
a point. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
dude, hit him 15 times and have him gain no yards. I don't fucking care. Yards are meaningless or they're extra at this point. Actually,
Yeah, get 5 of
that's a good
those.
point. Yards are kind of extra at this like at this stage, right? Like that's what you're looking for. unless you're a running back, like, where other than touchdowns, if you're not making receptions, like you have to gain yards. Like that's like the only way other than touchdowns. Like that's the only way you're
Yeah.
getting money. But dude, even some of these shitty running backs can get like this is why I have to say this. I'm gonna say this now. We've gone through all these matchups. Um, I'm gonna really love the scoring this year. Like this is, I feel much more in line
It's
with the type of
balanced.
scoring. Yes, it is. I don't. Or sorry, I don't. I feel the 1.3 for tight ends. I like that so much more because I feel it does give tight ends that a little bit of like, juice, but it doesn't make them like ridiculous. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, like Evan Engram is a good example. Five
Mhm.
for five with 49 yards, but he
That's not
still,
great.
gets 11.5 or
Yeah,
11.1, which is like, I'll take
exactly.
that from a tight end.
Exactly. Huge, right? Like yeah, that's
Yeah, that's interesting because you get point 0.3 and then you got 9 yards. So you got those three, well, actually point 0.3. So you got times five is 0.15 plus those 9 yards, which pushed you
I mean,
over
that adds
the
adds
point.
up to like three extra points
mm,
than you would normally get.
Yeah.
oh, sorry guys. Forgot we're supposed to silence phones, especially when they're from numbers that you
Is
don't
that
recognize.
is that Misha calling? Hopefully.
I
I don't
think
know. Is
so.
Misha an 858 number?
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
is he?
Is
There we
he?
go. Fuck.
Yeah. He's from Gonzaga.
What the fuck? I thought Gonzaga was in like
Dude, no. Misha can't.
Washington.
Misha's not psychic as well. I don't believe it.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. Like, dude, stop, stop, stop. I'm about to smoke this shit. I don't need you putting like
Stop.
Yeah.
thoughts in my head that Misha's like all fucking psychic, and anytime we're playing against Buzzsaw, he's gonna fucking, I don't know, like,
And
Zero
he
self
decides to
doubt.
he decides to call you specifically.
dude, and now some of like the fucking
Yeah.
the books that I'm reading now, they're all like crazy sci-fi, and like they deal with like fucking like psychic and telepathic. Like, dude, no,
What if
don't.
it was Misha and he accidentally butt dialed you like at that exact moment?
Then that would be the craziest coincidence of all time. It would be. It would be
Okay.
like the universe is trying to say, the fantasy gods are trying to say that Misha does want to be on the podcast.
We could set up a private like channel of something when we're going live.
What do we need to do?
So people,
What? So everybody can?
We already have one.
Yeah,
That
this is
Discord
it.
is a private
This
channel.
is it. It's right here. This is
but it's
anybody
not
can
broadcasting. We need to broadcast it at the same time. You know what
see
I'm saying?
that. So okay,
Well,
that I feel is taking it a little bit too far. So
Oh,
okay, here's
but
the
I think isn't the equivalent, but the more basic version is just whenever we're going to do the podcast, just throw the link to the Discord in the chat and just say, hey, we're going to be on for the next 90 minutes. Like, if anyone wants to pop on, just click the link and you can jump
yeah.
in.
But yeah, you got to announce it at least because people don't even know when you're doing it. I think you
Yeah,
might get more bites if you at least announced it or something.
All right, I'm
true.
gonna go
I
grab
feel
a
like we've
drink.
tried to do that before, but you never know. It's fishing. Maybe you get a bite sometimes,
Yeah,
maybe you don't.
or nibble.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
get a
bite
little
or
nib.
nibble. Hey guys, I'm gonna refill my drink. We need to make some comments on the shark sandwich. On
Okay.
on
Okay.
I mean, Phil's team actually so the comments we were making last week were that Phil's team was so balanced up and down, and it kind of like it was a little bit, but not really. Like
not
it
yeah not the way I think we thought it was going to be, and I think we have to take the score away because holy fucking shit,
Cowboys fucking
Dallas defense.
37, dude. I mean, good God.
Crazy.
But no, I mean, but you look at that. Like, look at those stats. 2 picks, no points allowed, 7 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 2 touchdowns,
Two touchdowns.
and a block.
I mean, it's like hitting for the
That's the jack.
cycle
Yeah,
in baseball. Like,
yeah,
what? You can't
that's
Yeah.
get
it.
all of those things in one game.
That's
Yeah.
it. All right, I'm so
That's
thirsty.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay,
be right
go.
back.
Yeah, go get some
I'll be
toilet
right back.
water or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil's team I think was a little bit more middling than expected. Like, have to think that Devonte Adams. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think about Devonte Adams with Jimmy Garoppolo as the quarterback. Like, we know Devonte Adams is super fucking good, but Jimmy G just loves to like throw these little short route passes. So I don't know. I
I
don't know what to
know.
expect from Devonte.
Yeah.
But Saquon should be a lot better. Uh, I don't know what was up with Darren Waller if he got like injured or something.
Looks like it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
their team sucked so bad. The offensive people got injured by the defensive people,
that's
basically.
true. Yeah, that was one of the
They're
most
that bad.
embarrassing fucking games. I was like,
Yeah.
it was so laughable. Did you get to see some of that game?
I was fucking disappointed because I had Dak Prescott in my other league, and it was a stomping. And I also had the kicker of the Giants, so I was hoping they at least kick it, and they got blocked. It was just like, oh my god!
All
I
right,
thought it
guys.
was like,
Actually, all right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna need to step away for a lot longer, and I thought it's actually my neighbor, and it's an issue with the, yeah, an issue with my cat. So I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
oh
Okay.
shit.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Bye.
All right.
Dang, the neighbor listens to the podcast too, huh, Sean?
Dude, I know there's a lot of like gravitational pull going to this podcast right now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna kind of have to lead this. You got the notes, Sean. You know
I was kind of
what we
hoping
gotta
that
talk.
you would just lead the way at this point. All right.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think Phil's team should probably look a little better in the future. Yeah, too many guys did not live up to their potentials, but we'll see what happens. But I'll take my W. I did think for a good while that I had a really good chance of being the top scorer of the week until Brian's team just
Yeah.
started popping off towards the end of the week.
I mean, your team played great. Like they
I
all
know,
did
yeah,
good.
yeah. Stoked on that. Really good start. And then, all
Yeah.
right, well, we can move. It's kind of weird that we're finally going to move over to Brian's matchup and he's not here to talk about it. But fuck, I mean, what else are we going to do?
He kind of did that on
Uh,
purpose, though. He wanted to save the best for last because he already kind of
ooh,
talked about his team a little bit with Aaron Jones and some stuff. So he
that's
went to the
true.
restaurant, and didn't eat dessert. So that's kind of what
That's
he's doing
true.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one was an interesting one because in last week's podcast, both me and Brian specifically said we would gladly take Joe Burrow over Tua in this matchup.
I know
And
that was the fluke of the week. I thought that was crazy.
oh my, I didn't really watch the Bengals game, but I don't
I
know
did.
what the fuck happened. Yeah, what the hell? What were you seeing?
It was just they looked like kind of like out of sync, and I think it was in the rain. And
Mm.
what um yeah, they was at home at Cleveland, and
I think
so they were
Cleveland
just
has a pretty damn good defense too.
yeah, and it was like the first game with Watson, so like the Browns looked like a decent kind of team, and the Bengals just didn't come to play. Like they looked out of sync, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like
Curious
more
about that.
flukish. Yeah,
It appeared to be pretty flukish, just knowing what the Bengals have been over the last couple of years. So I'm sure
it was
Joey
ugly.
was pissed
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, because he was kind of talking at Burrow a little bit too.
I mean, in that, like, imagine if Joe Burrow had scored 23, then all of a sudden Joey's within 6 points of Brian, and it's a completely different matchup.
Oh yeah, and
So,
then you gotta blame what's this fuck London,
oh yeah,
because at
and
first
Drake London gets a 0. What
he
the
got a
fuck is
goose egg.
that?
And then I was on the total opposite spectrum because the Falcons they played so good they didn't even throw the ball. They're like our run game is so good that we don't need to do anything else, and they just did that the entire game. I think
I know.
Rid- Riddler only threw the ball like 14 or 15 times the whole game, and so like half of those went to like their backs.
Right.
So
That's
yeah,
true.
so they
I
didn't.
think I saw a stat of like 50% of the target share went to the two or three running backs, which is like, what the fuck? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I just gotta give another one for Bijan. Like they're that good. They kind of feel
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
The fact
So
that they can still score 24 points and get a pretty nice win. Uh, well, I guess Carolina's kind of a dog shit team, so it's not like a huge win, but yeah, where
yeah.
you're like arguably one of your best receivers, young receivers, gets 0 catches and you still win with
Yeah.
24 points. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think he's the one on for the receivers. Like he's their top wideout, and he got only one target.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
I wonder what I'm
crazy.
curious. Curious what Joey is gonna do if he's gonna roll
Hey, I'm
Drake
curious.
London in for week
Oh,
2 or not.
well, he's got his teammate. He's got Alligator, so he should just put him in.
Oh, he
Alligator
has
got all the
He has
work.
the Algier guy.
Yeah, he is
That's
the
funny.
Algier guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
24.4 points. So yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty crazy. But on the flip side, I mean, Calvin Ridley, that was a really nice
Oh, I
performance.
know.
Didn't really know what he was going to do first game on the
That's a nice
team.
pick. That's a nice pick.
Yeah,
I
that
wish
is
they
nice.
showed the. I kind of want to know how much you got Ridley for because I think that's going to be a really solid,
Oh,
good pick.
um, shoot, I can try and look because I know we have the picture of the draft board with
Oh
all the
yeah,
numbers on it.
that's, oh, that's
But
super helpful.
yeah, but this matchup was crazy because it was Tua on Brian's team and then Tyreek Hill on Joey's team. So Joey gets 44.5 from Tyreek Hill, but it's just so much
Yeah,
of that's negated because you got Tua on the other side.
yeah. You're getting like a fraction of that.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
getting
in
like some
reality.
weird like discount points.
Yeah. Damn, yeah, because Tyreek Hill played so good. He torched him.
Dude, oh my God, some of the catches he was making was like, wow, this guy fucking is so good. Oh, I had another
Yeah.
quote from Brian last week. Brian specifically said, Tyreek is the scariest of all scary pieces. And he is absolutely right about that because Tyreek was the #1 scorer last week.
Well, Brian also said that he kind of picked
All right, guys, I'm
Tua.
back.
Hold on, let me say this. Brian also said that he kind of picked Tua because he knew that Joey had Tyreek or something like that. So he was like, "Oh, he can't get me with those weapons if I do that in the draft." I think he mentioned that in some podcast,
Ooh,
something like
man.
that.
Well,
I don't know.
I did. It was just it wasn't Joey specifically. It was just you know at that point, there was only what, me, you, Nick. Can't remember who else it was that didn't have a quarterback, but like it was super far down in the draft, and there were just really no quarterbacks that were really left. So it was just like, okay, there are only really like a handful of somewhat decent ones, and yeah, the reason I took Tua was just thinking, okay, this is a definitely a low floor type of a guy, but could possibly have a high ceiling because of like players like Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and stuff. Like it's like the Dolphins offense is super high powered. So maybe
I totally agree. I think, but he's kind of injury prone too.
oh
So
yeah, absolutely.
I
No,
was,
Tua, I'm
yeah,
not confident like as a season long haul. And in fact, I want to say I more or less, unless I do play Joey like again this season, which I think we will play the
Oh,
first.
you will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
what
yeah, you definitely
week
will.
11?
Yeah, so exactly. So as long as Tua can hold up, that whole time and be somewhat decent, and come next time I face Tyreek, like that's actually really handy. Having Tua facing Tyreek twice in a year, that's really gonna help, actually.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess
That's
if you're
true.
gonna have to go against a #1, #2, whatever receiver, if you got the quarterback, then that's like defense. Defense is a good offense.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
you're playing chess while we're all playing checkers out here, Brian.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, I don't know. I would say some things definitely like if we're on this match. So wait, was there anything else I missed? I certainly missed some
Well,
drop.
so we talked about how last week both you and I agreed that comparing you and Joey in this matchup, we would give Joe Burrow. We would rather have Joe Burrow than Tua, and we were fucking dead wrong about that.
Yeah.
Man, we were wrong on a lot of things.
You
Like,
guys are
So,
wrong all the time. I don't know if you ever listen.
oh
You
my
guys are,
God, Nick,
yeah,
you come on to this
Jesus.
podcast and you start slandering like that? I can't
how
believe it.
many? Wait, hold on a
Someone's
second.
got to.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I need to ask the obvious question. How many championships are sitting in this podcast?
How many are sitting in this
Three?
podcast?
3? Yeah, is it 3? I think it's 3, you fucking dirty bastard, Sean.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
Well,
this just popped in my head. I thought of another interesting little tidbit. So
mm.
this season so far, people who have been on the podcast, me, you, Brian, Nick right now, and John earlier before we're on the podcast, all of us are sitting at 1-0. I don't
Oh,
know.
oh. Isn't that interesting?
so you guys got to
I'm just
come
gonna
on
make
the
more sounds like
podcast.
that all the time. Oh. All right, and
So
on that,
that's
and
pretty
on,
much all we were talking about, like Drake London. We were talking mostly about Joey's team. We hadn't really got too much to your team, obviously, except it was just firing on all cylinders for the most part.
didn't you say that this was going to be like the closest game of the
I
week?
did, dude. I said it was going to be the closest matchup of the week, and if you look at the final score, pretty dead wrong about that.
I actually, so Stephon Diggs, fucking, oh my god, what a fucking just moneymaker. Like, I would say this:
Yeah,
Joey was ahead. I had Bill's defense going and Diggs going, right? So I think it was Diggs' early touchdown that put me over.
yeah. I remember because I was thinking, I was like, "Whoa, could Joey actually like kind of come back and
He
steal
could,
this one away?"
he could
And
if
then yeah, Diggs chopped that axed that one pretty
right,
quickly. I think
and
right.
it was yeah, it was pretty, but it was still pretty close. Um, because I don't think Diggs had he wasn't in the 20s. Like I think he was in the low, like the 12 or 13 or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
Joey had Tony Pollard still.
Yeah. No, not still, right? Because Tony Pollard had already played at that point.
No, wasn't Tony Pollard
He was
in
Sunday
the
night
Sunday
game.
night game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you're thinking. Oh, sorry. Diggs was Monday night.
Yeah, it
My
was the
bad.
Monday night game, right. So it was just me going, and the Bills defense had started off pretty decent, but my God, just their offense was so fucking bad. Kept turning the ball over and kept giving New York, like the Jets, all these fucking times to keep kicking all these goddamn fucking field goals or getting some goddamn last minute Garrett Wilson touchdown. And I just slowly started seeing that trickle away and thinking like, oh man, this is gonna be a lot closer. But hey, maybe with Diggs. I don't know. I guess when you think it's like it's fantasy, like what could possibly happen to like rob you of your hopes and dreams. Like fantasy would be able to figure out a way to do it somehow. Um so I was thinking,
Yeah.
maybe Diggs fucking fumbles it or something like that's happening, like dude, the night the Bills are having looks like it. But no, he stayed consistent. He just kept getting catches, especially in the I think not in the fourth quarter. It might have been on overtime or can't remember, but there were a couple pretty late big catches that I feel like really put him over. And then once he hit 100 yards, I think I was like well in the high 20s. The matchup was, wherever it is, yeah, 158 to 132.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
and I was telling Nick too. Like I thought I had a pretty good shot of being the high scorer for the week for a while until
I
your
think you
team just
did.
took over. Yeah, yeah, dude.
Well,
100 with our scoring, I really think 160 basically points is going to be probably one of the higher scores of the season. I don't like the way the scoring is. We're not going to be into like the nearing 200s. I think the only season where people were scoring 200s was when we had like the two quarterback league a couple of years ago.
yeah, I mean and we had kickers, so we had an extra position.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Um, I mean, yeah, I would say that a 160 Like, because if you look at the average, I would say I'm gonna put the average at like 110.
Yeah.
That's what like
Yeah. So it's like so far and above. I mean, you almost doubled like Will's points for the whole week.
oh God, man, that's well, I don't want to say anything because it's fantasy. Like the it's gonna go week to week. You never know what's gonna happen. Knock on wood, you hope for the best. But yeah, it was nice to get one of those weekly wins. I feel it's been a long time since
Yeah.
I've gotten one of those.
Yeah, nice to start off. Get that $10 back, get the W. Feel pretty good, obviously, about a lot of pieces on your team. And yeah, man, that's a nice way to get it going.
Yeah, it was. It was a good fantasy week. And I mean for Joey, I'd be kind of pissed actually if I were Joey because he had what the third highest score.
He did, yeah, yeah, third
Uh,
highest score to get the lot. I mean, yeah, most other matchups he would
yeah,
have
almost
won. That
every.
is always such a frustrating feeling to be
Mhm.
that scoring so high and look at other people who get W's and be like, ah, my team's better than yours.
So I calculate like I remember like looking at this like other than Drake London with the goose, um, he got what 45. He almost got like 90 points from three players.
Olave and Calvin Ridley. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
and then throw Tony Pollard in the mix,
Right.
and you're just like, God damn, like that's huge.
Yeah,
So I mean, you
his
can't be like
and
super
he had
pissed because there's
what was
some
it
good pieces
Algier?
there
He had Algier on the
on his
bench.
bench. Yeah, yeah, that might change in
Right,
week two. I don't
exactly.
know.
So I mean, Joey's team's got some fucking juice just all the way through. I don't believe Joe Burrow's always going to be getting 3 points all the time. I don't know about some of these positions. Like I feel for the most part he's going to stick with mostly the players he's got. Maybe somebody ends up coming out. Maybe Rashad White for Algier
For
would be
Algier,
it would be the
maybe,
only
yeah.
thing I can think of. But he's got a solid squad, and he's going to be putting up a lot of points this year. So I think we should all
Well,
be.
that kind of, I mean, that wraps up week one for the pick'ems. I did terrible. I got 1 out of 5. Fuck.
Oh God, I'm
Wow.
I'm gonna guess I got 2 out of 5.
You got 3 out of 5
Oof. Okay.
because you picked yourself. I did not pick you
Ooh, let's go through the pick'ems really quick.
for week two.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good way to just kind of. I think we've been going for kind of a long time
We're
on
Yeah.
this one. But
we're at hour and
We got,
12.
yeah,
oh
we gotta
yeah,
like speed it up.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
just
Oh,
do. Let's
quick
do.
rundown. Quick
Let's not.
rundown.
No fucking deep diving teams. Let's just make some picks.
Not a deep
Just you
dive,
can
but
say a
yeah.
couple things.
You can, okay, so light
Comment.
A couple.
Yeah.
commentary.
Like
Yeah.
Light.
commentary. There you go.
Keep it light.
Like commentary. Okay. So why don't we start with I don't know. Let's go ahead and start with some. I don't know. For some reason, I'm seeing Honey Bajan and Shark Sandwich in the same matchup, and I just feel
Ooh,
like
that's
that's
food. Yeah. It's getting me hungry. I'm
yeah,
ready
it
to
is. That's
go.
getting me kind of hungry. So
Yeah.
let's get the we're gonna call this the tastiest matchup of the week. So that's the
Mm.
one I'm gonna go ahead and put on
Let's put
down.
that honey bajan in that sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Mm.
Oh, that just sounds fucking okay. Never mind. All right, so let's take a look.
Okay.
Wow, actually, I really like this. I really like this. Love the quarterbacks. Love the running backs. Wideouts are okay. Chris has got what another. You got Pacheco in, and these might not be the final lineups. Interesting.
It
There's
is
no
interesting.
there's no crossover. Like no quarterbacks dipping into other people's receivers or vice versa or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No pullouts. Yes. No cross
Nobody's
case.
pulling
I don't
out.
know. I'll tell you this. I know it's leaning Phil's way, but I don't know. I for sure I don't know. For some reason, I feel like, mm, I mean, looking at Phil's team, he does have like a lot of juice, a lot of players that could go and
I
do
think he's
something.
got easier matchups for his players.
You think so?
Yeah, his players got easier matchups.
I'm going Phil, mostly because of how Phil's team did last week compared to Chris's team last week.
If Lamar Jackson gets a 6 points and I'm watching it with Chris, I will, I don't know, I will poop my pants or something like that for
Yes, you will.
him. I'll eat some honey Bajan.
You'll eat some of that honey Bajan. All right. So just
Yeah.
as a question, who is? Let's go. All right. So hold on a second. Let me find that.
I have a feeling Chris might do some tinkering
Oh
with his lineup.
shit. I mean, I think Chris is gonna do some tinkering. Oh fuck. Actually, you know
I
what?
hope
I
he
I
does.
just I just looked at this. I'm gonna give this to Phil. Actually, it totally changed my mind. I'm giving this to Phil on one factor and one factor alone.
What's that?
Dallas are playing the Jets.
Oh, I know. They should come after him.
Oh,
Maybe
dude.
they'll get 40 points this time.
I, I mean, they were what 3 points away from getting it last time. I mean, I don't think that because they don't have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't see them throwing it with Zach Wilson all the time. But fuck, they don't have anything else to do. Like,
So you thinking Cowboys D is going to have another
yeah, like
pretty monster game?
at the very least, they're going to be getting the heavy sacks and maybe like a pick or two. I don't expect them to be getting like multiple touchdowns and something like that all the time. But
Who
fuck, dude.
doesn't love a heavy sack?
The bigger the sacks, the better. Um,
This is supposed to be about light sacks. Keep it light.
oh yeah, light commentary on the sacks.
Light
Um,
sack.
I'm gonna give it to Phil. I think, dude, that could be another monster. However many 20, 30 points that just come out of nowhere that Chris doesn't necessarily have an answer for. Like, what do you do when somebody has a defense that can do something like that? Because that's just like an extra player that you can't really account for.
I think it's like a Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan kind of situation.
So, like, watch out
Ooh.
for the crowbars.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully Phil is staying comfortably up in Northern California because Chris might be coming with a crowbar.
Okay. All right. Watch
Oh
out,
my
Phil.
god.
Keep your.
Watch out. Watch out.
Okay. So, yeah. So I'll go ahead and I will give it to. I'll make my pick and I'll do Phil as well.
Okay,
Guest, Nick?
Nick, what are you thinking?
I'm going Chris, and I say Lamar Jackson gets 20 plus.
All right. You say 20 plus? Yeah.
If he doesn't, I'll eat mustard.
You better get those condiments ready, man. Better stock
I
up that
will.
fridge.
My fridge will just be filled with mustard, ready for me to eat all my losses.
Perfect.
You have to eat an entire thing of Hunt's mustard or Heinz, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, Sean. What's yours?
Oh, I'm picking Phil. Phil because his team to me just looked better last week, and I think that will translate over this week as well compared to Chris's team.
All right.
Okay.
Where are we going now? Who's driving this ship?
Uh,
Let's go John and Misha or
I,
John and Joey.
I was going to say the same thing, Sean. You read minds. You are
I
on
feel
point.
like I think we after what how many it's 7 years, 8 years of doing this
Oh,
podcast,
dude,
like I think
we were having this conversation earlier. So right now we're using like OBS and Discord and all these like fancy things. Like I feel like we're so cool now. But the way when we started, we were using Skype, some random fucking
Yeah.
program to like
Skype,
record.
Oh yeah, some
Yep.
weird Skype recorder that I had to pay $30 a year for, and then some
Oh my
like
God.
Wonder or Filmora Wondershare or something
Right.
that and it like had that like watermarked logo like on all the YouTube videos.
Yeah,
It
dude,
said
we had
like,
that for years. It was
yeah,
that
it's such
it
a
went that
hacked,
way.
so
Oh,
hacked together, but it
we've
still worked, and it
we've gone
it took a
far.
long time to edit, like get it. I had to use like GarageBand because it spit out multiple audio files, so I had to
Right.
like merge them together into one file, then like upload an image with that film Wondora thing or whatever. Oh, dude, there's so many steps to
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
So yeah, I mean, Brian, thank you first of all for taking over and doing it now. But like, it's also a lot easier than
I
it
mean,
used to be.
I feel there are a lot of the same or similar steps, but it doesn't sound like it's like I'm using, two programs and doing the upload to YouTube, and everything is pretty seamless. Um, you
It
know,
goes fast too
eh,
because you upload it, and then like an hour later after the podcast, or even less, like it's already on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, dude, it used to take way longer when I
well, I
did it.
mean, well,
Yeah.
because more or less the file is ready to go, right? Because that's the cool thing about OBS is that it's actually creating a video file rather than
That's nice.
creating an audio
An
file,
audio file,
right?
yeah, that's huge.
So, the like, so for instance, right now, I think the entire time we've been recording this, the only image that I've had is just the same one, the updated draft board. But we can, I can put other images in the thing. Like Nick was even saying, talking about like doing stuff live. Fuck, there have been discussions about like actually whipping out the cameras, and there wouldn't have to be any change in program. Like we would do exactly what we're doing. We just fucking just
Yeah.
set your phone down, point it at you, and that's it, dude. I don't think
Oh,
that's
I'm down for that.
yeah. There would be no different than what we're doing, right now. It just
How
there's
many times have we talked about doing like a live in-person podcast, like when I come down to San Diego or vice versa or whatever? Like, I feel like did we ever do that?
yes, once,
Yeah, once.
once.
Fuck. When was that?
I
Wasn't that
think we did
the
drugs that day.
yeah, that was yeah, and I don't know if you were there or not. Was Sean absent from that, Nick?
No,
Yeah, he was like, I feel like he was
he
there,
was
but
there.
yes, there
Yeah,
it was a heavy and like this was up at your place, wasn't it, Nick?
I can't remember.
I think it
So
was.
all the details.
I think it was. I think it was up at your place. So yeah,
That
and
that
I don't
does bring some kind of memory back.
right, I don't think it ever got posted.
Of course
I
it
don't think
didn't.
it did.
I don't think it
Yeah.
did. I think it was a really bad. It was like really bad. Um,
God,
I
That sounds
how
familiar.
much would you pay to be able to go listen to that right now
I
though?
just don't know where it would be. Like, I would say that would be something where I wouldn't pay like it
$5 at least.
$1.
$1. Wow, you wouldn't even use your fat budget for
Not
that.
even. Oh my God. No, but yeah, that was a heavy drug use podcast. I'm definitely down to try it again. Or if there is ever a time where I could get on up there, or fuck. When do you think your next trip down south would be, Sean? A couple months? Another
I
year?
mean, whoa, Jesus Christ, Brian.
I don't know. Dude,
You
you
don't
you were
want me to
this,
come, you don't want me down there?
bro. I need you to get as
Another,
far away from me as you
you just
fucking
went from
can.
like, oh, when are you gonna come down? Like, oh, another month, or like, I don't know, 10 years from
10
now?
years, never again. Fucking in outer space.
No,
Say
I mean,
goodbye.
honestly, I would love to. I feel like every year I come down towards like the end of October
Hmm.
because I remember last year, Nick, like we went to the Spirit Halloween store and you got that fucking that
I'd love
little
for you to come for Halloween again.
girl
Yeah,
animatronic
When did
thing.
you guys
that's
do that?
yeah.
When did you guys do that? What was that thing called? I didn't end up going. It was the locked room, or what do you call it? Escape room or something?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go do that.
Oh, that was fun. We should do another escape room.
We should
Was
totally do
that
that.
was that like around a Halloween trip, Sean?
I can't remember when that was. All I
I
know is
think that
that
was different. I'm
Nick
not
got
sure.
me so fucked up that I was so hungover on that day. I was like hanging on by a fucking thread the
What did you
entire
guys wait?
day.
What did you guys do?
Oh, that we went to downtown La Mesa and Sean sat on all the frogs and he wrote them all
Oh
in
yeah,
San Diego, and I
there's like
got photos of that.
all the fucking statues, all those
Oh
like
my!
bronze animal statues on the street in downtown La Mesa.
Holy shit, you
Yeah,
guys! Oh my god, we're at 100. We're at not 100.
yeah,
We're
we
at,
got to speed this up. We
oh my
got.
god, we're
Okay.
so off topic. Jeez, and dude, I've been sitting here and I have not smoked this bowl. I fucking have had it packed for probably an hour now,
Oh
and I've just
my.
not. I've just been sitting talking, and then fucking rescuing my cat from a goddamn raccoon. Um,
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was what the call was. It was my neighbor saying that he picked up my cat and brought it inside in his house because he was trying to get his cat because there's some giant fucking raccoon that was in his backyard. My cat was like at his front door like begging for food, and so he's like, "Oh, better take you in." But anyway,
That's nice of him.
no, it was nice. The cat's actually just outside the door, fucking meowing, crying. Um, okay, so John or Joey, shit. I'm going.
It'll be an interesting one because you got Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow, like two quarterbacks who hopefully, for
Should
these
do
guys
really,
will
really
bounce
well,
back.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
it
kind of
didn't.
interesting.
Funny enough, I
Uh
really feel that either of these guys' team could really fucking explode. They could just jizz all over each other. I just don't know which one it's going to be. Um, I'm going to say I'm gonna make a. You know what? Joey had a hell of a fucking performance last week. I think I'm gonna go Joey's direction. I think John has got a solid team, and I do think that he has no problem with one, two. Some of these players just go everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna say Joey. Tyreek looked amazing. A lot of his team looked really amazing. Yeah, and I think Joe Burrow is gonna do better than 3 points.
This one's
Okay.
tough. I was almost about to say Joey for like pretty much the same reasons. But I don't know. I feel like I like Josh Allen versus the Raiders a lot more than I like Joe Burrow versus the Ravens.
Same.
I don't disagree with that. I just think that Joe Burrow is going to do better than
Yeah, I
just
think
three
so
points.
too.
And along with all the rest of Joey's pieces, like I don't think Tyreek's going to get 200 every single game. But dude, Tyreek is you have to account for him. Every single week that guy could easily do
Yeah, yeah.
20
Even though
points, no
it's
problem.
kind of cool,
Dude,
you got Waddle versus Tyreek in this matchup.
That
That's
is kind of
fun.
interesting. So, I mean, they're both going to be like heavily watching that Dolphins game. Like screaming anytime their other player gets that, like, no, not Tyreek. No, damn it,
true.
Waddle, fucking put that shit down.
I
Um,
yeah, I think I'm still going to stick with Joey. I almost convinced myself to flip it to John, but everything's pulling me in Joey's direction on this one.
mm,
Let's see.
I
What do you think?
I think Sleeper made some updates, and you can see the nicknames of other people's players now during the matchups. I don't remember being able to do that. So John
Oh,
had
like
some.
yeah,
Yeah,
Acme Acres. That's actually great, dude. That is fucking great. I love that. I fucking love that. Oh my god, John, dude, you're Devonta humped a lot.
Devonta,
Okay, yeah,
Coop
dot
coopshoot.com. Yeah,
com.
I mean, that's a good Jay and Silent Bob reference,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, love that, love that. Yeah, dude, no, I mean, John gets
I'm
point, dude. He gets points. He gets like a lot of points. I just don't know if they're going to be enough points to take
I
a win
I
away.
do hope John plays the Ravens D against Joe Burrow though. That's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
I, I'm going with John's team because I think his players got easier matchups.
Okay,
All
solid.
right.
Okay,
Nice, nice.
all right. There's a split
Okay.
right there. I say let's go ahead and do fuck it. Let's just do mine and Nate's.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I honestly have no fucking idea what's gonna happen. Um, I have a bunch of questionables. Everybody went crazy apeshit on the waiver wire and snagged all the decent fucking running backs, including Joshua Kelly. Uh, so I don't know if Eckler or Jones are going to be playing. I think both missed practice. So that's going to be worth monitoring. I have to play some sort of running back, and I didn't really have any on my bench before, or not available anyway. So I had to dump a couple players and grabbed. I don't even know who these guys are. Rashawn Johnson,
Same. Who are these guys, dude?
dude, perfect. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Dude, I just flushed myself with confidence because I remembered my major league days when my team of fucking hella randos don't even know who the fuck Ezekiel Elliott is. Who the fuck is this guy? Who are these fucking guys? I'll be okay. I'm hopeful I'm going to be able to get through this week. I'm hopeful I'm going to get Andrews back and just be able to see him play. Um, yeah, I am a little bit scared of Henry and Mixon. CeeDee Lamb always has that chance to go crazy. Yeah,
You're going yourself.
I'll go ahead and I'll pick myself just for a little bit
Yeah.
of confidence in these randos because I might have to end up throwing them in and I might need to pull some of that Cleveland Indians love out of nowhere.
I think I have to go with you as well. I mean, it's kind of tough to make an argument the other way. Nate's team so banged up right now, so he's got Nico Collins in there, Justice Hill. Like, he's trying to piece together what he can, but it's hard to feel like. And you're the reigning top scorer of last week by a wide margin. Like, I just can't see enough that I would feel like I'm going to give it to Nate. So I'm going you, Brian.
Uh, I am. I think Brian's running backs go 50%, and so I'm giving it to Nate.
When you say 50%, what does that mean? Like, does that mean
Like
that
one
I
they're
will
think
play and one the other
like,
won't
yeah,
play.
one will play, one won't, or like they both play, but they both like don't do shit, or what does that mean? What is
I
50%?
I think those guys have bad matchups and they're kind of hurt, so their backups are going to get more carries than they did last week.
So you think they're going to
So,
actually play?
I think they're going to play, but they're going to get half their workload.
I actually don't
And
believe they're going to play. I have this strong
oh,
feeling. That's why I'm saying I'm really kind of unsure, but somewhat hopeful. But yeah, like I mean, Eckler is fucking. Dude. The Chargers. So, and I know they invested so much in Justin Herbert, but I do not believe in the Chargers like wide receiving or any of the Chargers receivers. Like Keenan Allen is way too fucking old, and like he had bum knees already being drafted. Like they're not gonna get better over time. Mike Williams, I think, is way overrated. He's such a hit and miss. More missing than I feel like he's hitting. And I don't even know who their tight end is. Gerald Everett, right? Like that's not. I don't feel like that's scaring anybody, or I'm feeling like he's going to be putting up solid things. So it's like Eckler is that whole fucking team, and the fact that they didn't even give him a contract or whatever, I just don't feel that they're. I mean, it's the Chargers we're talking about, my old love. They could totally be this stupid, but I just don't see them risking the whole season on Eckler not being able to play a conference game. Like they already just lost a conference game by barely a little bit, and he got hurt. Like I
yeah.
don't know. I don't think they would play. But even still, that just goes to even more your point. Like so, I'm even more hurting. Like going up against Derrick Henry with fucking who? Rashawn Johnson? Who's that? Who's the other one? Devon Acne? A
Well, who
chain.
are those guys?
Don't,
I don't know
dude.
any of
Who
those guys.
the fuck are these fucking guys? I don't know.
I think it's Devon A Chain, honestly. It's a pretty
Sean,
fucking
dude.
cool name.
Sean,
Pretty
dude.
cool name.
A Chain is an awesome name. Uh,
Okay. All right. Well, Nick, I
Oh,
like the contrarian pick there. It would definitely change a lot if Eckler and Aaron Jones are not doing what they're supposed to.
true,
I mean,
but
That,
so I will say
let's
this:
just
Mark Andrews was like he was at practice. He was limited, but he was at practice. So if he can get a full practice in
yeah,
on Friday, I'm popping him in. So
that'll
yeah,
help a lot.
that's
Yeah,
that could be a nice piece for sure.
right, and most
yeah,
likely it would probably be Juju that ends up being the because I have to put in running back. So
Yeah,
if I'm replacing anybody, it's those
yeah.
two no namers that are going in, and I'd be taking out Juju and Mark Andrews goes in.
that
Okay.
makes sense. Yep, that makes sense.
I mean,
Okay.
looking back at your guys' stat records for picking teams, I'm pretty much just picking the opposites of whatever you guys pick.
You son of a bitch.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so we got that
All right,
done. So
Okay.
who we got left? Do we
want me
need to do Sean
to
and
Puka Nuka.
well, no, no, you're the guest. We get save you for last. So
Oh,
guess for last?
yeah, the guest for last. So I want to start with that purdy math and that just weak ass fucking pullout game. Um, okay, taking a quick look.
Sean, you need to change your team name. It kind of makes me horny.
If you're trying to raise a family, this team
Yeah, I
name's for
mean that's
you.
basically it. That's I don't see what horny about
True.
that makes you like that. If anything, all that should do is make you hear the sound of fucking crying fucking babies like all around you.
Oh my God. So let's not go sidetracked, but I got a baby fetish. So let's not even go there.
Nick, I don't know if we should go into any of your fetishes. What's the Jason Statham quote?
Shit on my face.
But I thought it was the chest, not the face.
Oh yeah.
Dude, face is taking it to a new extreme.
You got me.
Oh,
That's
dude.
good.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I hope people made it to the end of the podcast.
No
Holy
way.
fuck.
Nobody's listening
Oh,
You
now.
my
get
God.
you get rewarded if you make it this far.
Jesus
That's why
Christ. I'm pretty sure the quote was shit on my chest, which is bad enough,
yeah.
but shit on my face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh God. All right. Sean. I'm just gonna pick Sean. I can't even fucking think
That's
anymore.
it.
I can't think anymore. Oh my God. Uh, I mean,
I'm picking myself as well. I like my team. Will's team struggled. Will's team got shit on their face last week.
yeah. Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I got Puka Nuka going in
You
there.
do.
So I
Oh
mean, come
yeah,
on
that's
now.
actually cool that we'll see if this is a flash in the pan or anything. Dude, I feel like you had some solid whiteout play with Jefferson and Amon St. Brown. So if you could get, just keep adding pieces to that, that's only going to be more. Dude, you're going to make your
Antonio
team.
St. Brown.
Did I say it again?
Antonio St. Brown.
No, for at least I added the Saint.
No, yeah, you got it right this time.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Did I say Antonio St. Brown or did
No,
I
you
say?
actually no. I was just thinking about last week.
Dude, oh my God. I don't even know what I said. I'm just lost. Dude, Nick shitting on my face. That fucking broke me.
Can you imagine Jason Statham saying that
No,
instead?
dude, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh man. Ouch. Ouch. Nick, please make the picks. We can
Oh,
end
okay,
it.
okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm going into your team too, Sean. Your team's looking pretty solid. So Go.
Well,
I'm
there we
going with
go.
them. Yep. I think the same people will show up again, and
First
I hope.
sweep.
Yeah, and I like Puka Nuka.
You have to. You got to keep
Yeah,
that team name going.
yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Puka Nuka,
Did you pick
yeah,
Sean?
I did. Yeah, I picked myself.
Oh, okay. That's a three-way, right?
That's a three-way right there.
How
Okay.
many fucking like sexual references and
Oh,
innuendos? Like
That's
and
a
gentlemen,
menage a trois.
we don't discriminate around here. We have gone the full spectrum, I feel, of sexual innuendos in this one.
We started out with cross-dressing,
Yeah,
but
we
now
started
we're
off with
yeah.
literally cross-dressing and what league members do you find attractive if they were a female?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Look,
wish
no.
there was
it's
an app. I wish there was an app for that.
Oh, Nick, there is an app for that. Like, I just, there's no way. No, if there's apps where they literally like age you or like do all these things, there's an app to turn you into the opposite sex for sure.
I think yeah, AI has to be able to do that for us now.
I really want to
Yeah,
get into that, like learn, like AI, like learn how to do AI images and shit like that, dude. Like some of the things that I've seen people be able to do are so fucking cool. Um, just to, I
I
mean, from a creative standpoint, like just to be able to, like, if you're not an artist and you want to, like, a really cool, like, drawing of something that you can imagine, like, to be able to learn how to manipulate these programs to, like, have it come up with, like, 15 different versions of what you're talking about. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, god damn it. All right. Puka of the Nuka and the no
okay.
self-doubt, the zero understanding of where this reference is coming from. Misha, get on this podcast and let us know, please. Um,
Okay.
Mm.
this is
Um,
this is interesting actually. Like so you
I'm having a
both
tough time with this one.
yeah, I am too because you both like the ones that are jumping out at me are two positions, right? So do we like Kelsey did not have what Aaron Rodgers had. Like he did not get a season-ending injury, right? A deep bone
yeah.
bruise in his knee.
And he's back at practice.
So already that's a huge positive. I
Yep.
don't know if he's going to play or not. I
I
mean,
don't know either.
a player like Travis Kelsey, like I feel that's a player you take caution with. Like if you're a team that has Super Bowl aspirations for, whatever
But
time.
Kelsey is also, it was, I forget what the exact stat was, but he's been in the league for like, I don't know, 7 years or more or something like
Yeah,
that. And he's only missed like 2 or 3 games of
That's
his
insane
entire career.
for a tight end. That's insane.
Like this guy is fucking built different.
Well, what is his
well, that's because
brother?
he's
Yeah, isn't that whole family built different? Like, what is his brother? His
True.
brother's like a lineman. Um,
Right.
yeah on the
what for
Eagles. They
on the
played in the
Eagles?
Super Bowl
Yeah,
together.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They
So,
play.
Yeah,
so good.
Don't. Isn't there a third brother? Or am
like
I?
like Danny DeVito, kind of.
No,
Yeah. Like some like little, like weird little freak.
no. I just thought that there's another NFL family that's got like two or three siblings in the NFL. I don't think it's the Watts, but maybe it is.
What's the
It's
fucking,
the Jacksons.
what's his name? The running, oh, Dalvin Cook? Nah,
Yeah, they
never
got
mind.
two.
Never mind.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Cooks, the
there's,
brothers.
yeah, but they're like, there's something about their names that are like reversed where they almost have like the same name, but it's reversed. I can't remember what it is, and
Wait,
I should be saying
wait a
what I'm
minute. Hold on a
saying right
second.
now.
Dalvin reversed is like Navlid or something.
It might not be him. Anyways, this is so stupid that I'm even saying this because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But there is some running back who has a brother in the league, and like their fucking names are almost reversed from each other. It's just real. It's really weird. Like the middle name is involved somewhere too.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I feel
Interesting.
like parents get into all kinds of things. I do. Sean, I feel like I've told you guys both about the Alice in Wonderland story. I did I tell you guys about that?
Maybe.
Like I'm in elementary school. It's like kindergarten or something, and it's like the one of the early weeks where the parents would come and take a look at the classroom, and so the kids all would show what they've learned and learning how to write your name for the first time. So uh, this one girl wrote her name, and I can't remember what her last name was, but her first name was Allison and her middle name was Wonderland.
No fucking way. That sounds like a porn star name.
Yeah.
That I'm surprised that's not a porn star name.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Allison
crazy.
Wonderland.
Yeah, that is like the definition of a porn star name right there.
Damn. I'm
Okay.
so all you porn stars out there, you guys are fucking up, missing out on this golden name.
I'd rather be the Mad Hatter. That would be cooler.
That's not so much of a porn name. I feel like that's a I don't know it is a cool name, but I just don't
Okay.
I don't know if I would want to watch Mad Hatter porn. Some fucking guy in a
Somebody.
giant hat.
Yeah. He's mad. He's fucking angry.
Well, he's not the one who's late for a very important date. That's the fucking rabbit. All right, I'm smoking this shit. You guys get back to the matchup. I don't know how to call this. I'm gonna say, Nick, I think you have a lot of big juice pieces, especially with Kelsey back in the lineup. If Kelsey plays, I don't think it's an easy pick for me. Like I know the buzzsaw is always watching, is always gonna come buzzing. But honestly, like yeah, Jamar Chase. I mean, like I said earlier with Joe Burrow, I don't expect Joe Burrow, even if they're going up against Baltimore, I don't expect Joe Burrow to have a 3-point game again. So, I mean, I would expect Jamar Chase to have a much better performance. Kelsey back in the mix against a team like Jacksonville. I don't know. I know they're a lot better than they used to be, but I feel like that's kind of got Patrick Mahomes written all over it, where he can just fucking do his shit. And if Kelsey's in the game, that's I don't know. I I want to say it's a solid vote for you.
I
Okay.
looking
I
at.
want to hear I want to hear Nick's piece, and that will help me make my decision.
Okay. So I've got two things that I kind of like about my Puka Nuka. Uh, Misha, half of Misha's guys are playing tomorrow night, pretty much. So I will know kind of what the score kind of looks like, and if I need to like move some pieces around
Damn,
to
that's a
be
lot.
conservative.
4 people playing on Thursday. Jesus.
Yeah, like he's got like half his team playing tomorrow, so I'll get to watch his half his team,
And you
and
have two
then
people going on Monday night.
right, and I like that. I always like coming from the back, like that's my shit. I
Yeah,
love
dude.
that, literally.
Yeah, you
Uh,
gotta hit it from behind.
yeah, hit it exactly, hit it from behind. So I just love the scheduling of
He
the
loves the
matchup. I
Hershey
think
Highway.
works better in my favor. That's true. I'm all about the Hershey Highway, especially now. So I'm gonna go full Hershey, shit on my face, everything. Just fucking boom. I'm gonna drop a bomb right on Misha and I'm gonna get that $10.
Oh my god, that is such a good.
The
Well,
tag
dude,
the
you
tagline for
fucking
this podcast is gonna be
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Brian? What were you gonna say?
The tagline for this podcast is gonna be explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where to go with this one, but Nick, you just talking about going all in on the Hershey Highway, shitting on the face. I think I have to pick you. That is very, very convincing.
I think it is too.
There we go. Clean sweep right there.
All right. It's a
Oh my
long
God.
cast.
Wow. Yeah, this might be one of the longest ones in
It might be.
honestly couple of seasons.
It might be. It might be. I mean, if you guys made it this far, thank you. Thank you for sticking with us through the fucking madness that was this podcast because Jesus, we were all over the place.
This was a fun one though, I have to say.
Oh yeah.
There was like it wasn't there's no real dull moments in there. There's some exciting things going on.
Yeah,
Whew.
pretty solid and steady, I'd say.
How long has this been, Brian?
We are at 149.
Wow. Damn.
Oh my God, like 2
That's some
hours.
content right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I don't what the fuck else is there to say at this point?
I don't know. I feel like unless like whatever references you guys have left, go ahead and get them out now.
I mean, I was gonna say something about how long this podcast is, and for all the listeners, you gotta stretch it out. You gotta stretch it out. Just hit it from behind, Hershey Highway, shit on the face, good to go.
Once they got a taste of the length.
Big from the back.
Yeah, exactly.
You
All the way to the
gotta
back.
go from the back.
Oh, all right, you guys. Well, thank you all for sticking with us for this long. It was awesome to have you on, Nick. Thank you for coming on and staying on for as long as you did. Sean, again, thank you for all of the
I like
note
I
taking.
like how it's always like an award ceremony at the end. Like, okay, now here's your award. Like, thank you. You win.
Dude, this would not be a podcast without a fucking true reach around. Like, I mean, this is the only way that we know how to say thank you is we just jerk each other off at the very end, and that's it.
All right.
All right. Circle jerk time. Let's go, boys.
Yeah,
All right, everybody, we'll end it there. Jesus, gotta love it.
That's a good note to end it on right there. Just a fucking
Right there,
hacking cough.
right on the hacking cough. Goodbye,
How
everybody.
it
Good luck this
starts is
week.
how it ends.
Goodbye.
Later.
Peace.